Welcome on back to the Cars Garage, everyone. I really don't know what's going on, but Cars 4 was kind of just announced. Like, accidentally announced, you know? It wasn't really officially announced, but at D23 in Brazil that just happened the other day, I believe, they put out this survey prior to the event, and it said, which new movies are you most looking forward to be revealed at D23? And one of them said Cars 4, meaning Cars 4. What? Cars 4, so clearly they were planning on announcing a fourth Cars movie at this event, but obviously they didn't. They never ended up announcing it, so I don't really understand what's going on here, but they must have pulled out at the last second. They must have come into some kind of issue. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense to me. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't mean it's canceled or anything like that, but clearly they're making a Cars 4. I don't know what to say. I don't know. I mean, this isn't like just some rando who posted something online. This is actually D23 Brazil. They posted a survey and Cars 4 was on it. So that means that Cars 4 is coming, right? I mean, I think, honestly, it's, I thought it was inevitable that Cars 4 would eventually get announced and would eventually come out because, I mean, just look at behind me, we all know how well the Cars merchandise sells. Of course, they make so many Cars die-cast every year, and true, they haven't been really, making the line as exciting as it once was, these days. I don't think it's as good as it used to be, but I mean, they're still keeping it around. You go to Walmart and Cars has its own section. Like, there's not a ton of other Disney movies that has their own dedicated section at a toy section in a big place like Walmart these days, like even Toy Story, there's not a full Toy Story section. There's only like, those really like high contenders like Marvel, Jurassic World, Barbie, stuff like that, that has their own section. Cars has always had its own section in Walmart and Toys R Us here in Canada and other stores too. Of course, Target in the States, it's had it for almost 20 years. It's almost the 20th anniversary of Cars. In 2026, Cars will be 20 years old. And I mean, at this point, I thought it was inevitable. We were going to get an announcement for Cars 4 eventually. And I mean, we really didn't yet, but I think this is just a good indicator to let us know that it is coming. So, I don't know, guys. I'm not really going to be speculating too much about what it could be about today, because I don't really see the point in that, considering, I mean, we're so early on. If they just announce it, that means they probably didn't even work on the movie yet. So, who knows? It could come, I feel like, at the earliest 2027, but I don't even know why I'm saying that. I just think, generally, it takes about 3 to 4 years to make an animated film from start to finish, or so I've been told. That's what I always thought, at least. So, I don't know. It sounds likely to me, 2027, 10 years after the release of Cars 3. The thing is, though, Cars 3 wrapped up things, like, not in the best way possible. I can't say I love the ending of Cars 3, I don't know, moving on, the whole concept of that was fine, but I don't like Cruise that much, and, I thought she was going to be like the new face of the Cars franchise. I don't think so anymore, though, because in Cars on the Road, I know it was just the Disney Plus TV show, but she wasn't really a big part in that. She was just kind of, squeezed into the end. Didn't really have much relevance. She was just kind of there. But, she was in one episode at least. I don't really think she'll be that big of a deal in Cars 4. I mean, I'm sure we'll get to see her for sure. She'll definitely come back, I would assume. But, I don't know. I think she'll just race with McQueen. I honestly think that they'll kind of, in a way, just kind of, almost like just forget about what happened in Cars 3. Like McQueen getting older, not really being able to compete anymore. Like, I think he still will. He might not win every time. He might not be the fastest race car out there anymore, but I'm sure he'll still be racing. I highly doubt they're going to make a movie about a famous race car that's retired. I just don't see it, because you won't be able to really sell it to kids, that are just, coming into the franchise for the first time as well. If, the star of the show isn't this fast, sleek red race car, it's this old race car that can't even keep up anymore. You can't do that. And that's why I thought that was kind of an odd choice to make McQueen seem so old in Cars 3, even though he was only 37, about 36, I think, in the third Cars movie. So now he'll be 46 about, so pushing 50. I just don't know how they're going to keep going with that, though, because, like, eventually he will be too old to compete, and it just won't make sense anymore. But then again, the King competed in Cars 1. He'd been racing a long time, decades. So I don't think McQueen's going to be retired in Cars 4. Maybe he will by the end of the movie. Maybe he'll retire. But I don't know. I'm getting into too much speculating. I just wanted to announce this to you guys because I haven't really heard many others announcing this. And I never made a Cars 4 video before. Never really talked about it much, because I just thought there was really no reason to. I can speculate all day about what I think it's going to be about, but I don't know. Until we have concrete evidence that it's coming, I don't really think it's worth it. But now we kind of do. It's not really concrete, but I mean, either way, this isn't nothing. I mean, it's something to take from, there's definitely something to take from this, I mean, D23 announced it in Brazil. Cars 4. I guess coming out soon. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. What do you think Cars 4 could be about? I could think about this all day. Sometimes I really do. I hope that it comes one day. And I hope that's better than Cars 3, because I didn't think Cars 3 was amazing. It's definitely the worst Cars movie in my opinion. Cars 2, I don't care what people say. Still a fun film. And Cars 1's the best, of course. I mean, you can't argue with that, I don't think. But I just hope Cars 4 is needed. That's the thing. Is it really needed? No. I mean, Cars 3 did wrap it up, whether you like the ending or not. It wrapped things up pretty nicely, I guess, and kind of like didn't leave any cliffhangers, So, I don't know. Whatever this next story will be, it probably won't have too much, I don't know, I just don't think it'll hold much weight on the franchise. I don't think it'll be I don't know, I feel like it'll be more so like Cars on the Road, but almost like a movie, like something simple. I don't think it'll be a road trip story, but I feel like it will be kind of like something like that. Something that doesn't really hold too much weight, kind of like Toy Story 4. It's like they reopened that box for no reason other than just to make another movie, because obviously they do well at the box office and toy sales, but it wasn't really necessary. And it wasn't really all that great. Even if Cars 4 ends up being the exact same thing as Toy Story 4, not really necessary, not all that great. I don't know. It's still exciting, and we still get new diecast out of it. And that's honestly a big thing for me. It's not the only thing I care about when they make a new movie, but it's definitely one of the big things for me, personally at least. And I think a lot of you probably agree, because even if the characters aren't that great, like the new ones that they add, I think it's still fun to collect them as diecast, but that's just me. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Hope they did enjoy. And, well, let me know down in the comments below what you think about this news. Is it really going to happen? Cars 4, is it coming out soon? And what could it be about? Let me know. Let's strike up a conversation down in the comments below. Anyways, with all that, I'll see you next time right here on the Cars Garage.